Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Dam the Big D, and we're playing Scorn Alpha Demo. I hope this video actually records. I'm recording it for like the third time and it crashed the both previous attempts. So if you haven't heard of this game before, Scorn is an horror adventure game developed by EBB Software, and it is being developed in Unreal Engine 4, as you can see in the bottom of the screen. So just like that, we're in the game, and this demo is... well, I could complete it in around 20 minutes or so, roughly, but I'm going to take my time to talk and analyze everything I see, because I have already played through this, and I just want to give my ideas to you. So, one of the first things I notice in this game is that its graphics are pretty good. Well, they're pretty much amazing, really. And I really like the UI, or rather the lack of it. Because in a lot of games, especially MMOs, I'm really annoyed with how the screen is just cluttered with UI elements. And here, if I just look around, there's nothing. And if I look at something I can interact with, I get a little crosshair. And this is one of the most functional crosshairs I have ever seen, even. So if I look at a door, the crosshair is white. That indicates that I could interact with it, but I cannot reach it. And if I get close to it, it turns green, meaning I can open it. So then we enter this Giga-esque looking place. Whatever this is, a cave, a building, a ship, we don't know. We aren't given any mission or any context of what's going on. That's one of the things I kind of like, storytelling through an environment. We can see our own shadow, and even better, we can see ourselves. We're not the prettiest person in the world, but what I like is that my character is actually holding a gun. Because in a lot of games, if I sheath my weapon, it just disappears somewhere inside of me. I still need to carry it somehow, so why not in my hand? This really is immersive. I like that about this game. And if I hold my right mouse button, I ready my weapon for shooting. And more experienced gamers might notice that there isn't any UI element to show how much ammo I've got. And they might draw the conclusion that ammo is unlimited in this game, but indeed it is very limited. And if I want to check how much ammo I've got, I have to actually open up the gun and count. And this looks real nasty. But as long as it works, again, it is very immersive. And this all looks real stunning, the fog and everything. But if I go to settings and graphics, I can now choose to run the game in windowed or full screen and resolution. So not that many options in alpha. That's understandable. The devs probably wanted to make this game look as good as possible for the first impressions. And it really does look good, but doesn't exactly run well on all the computers. And my old machine is really capable one. It runs Witcher 3 just fine. But this, oh no, it has problems with this one. If I'm just walking around, it's playable, but if I encounter an enemy, well, the frame rate goes to shit. Look at this, the pipes are moving. I like this kind of attention to detail. So we don't have anything to do here right now. Let's go to some other room. Oh, I can't go through here, I need a blue stone. So my Crozier is red now, I cannot open this door. I only have the red stone now. Naturally I can press shift to sprint. And I saw a lot of complaints to this game that it is slow and boring. What I actually liked about this game, it isn't supposed to be a fast-paced shooter or intense horror game like Outlast. It is more of a walking simulator with violence. Imagine if this game was made 20 years ago, it would be a classic point-and-click adventure game, just in this Giger-inspired world. So I already know I am about to face my first enemy, so let's ready our weapon. And let's make those bullets count. Okay. One shot, one kill. So far so good. Are you still alive? He is. He dies a bit later than I shoot him. That might be annoying, but it makes me wait and see what happens. And just from these couple brief moments of fighting, I can immediately tell that my character is not a fighter. He is stressed out by the situation because look how long it takes him to aim. If I walk, I basically cannot shoot. I have to stay and wait. I am stressed out by these monsters. What about the monsters? They don't look that scary. They look pathetic even. I don't want to hurt them. But I have to defend myself. Because they will attack me otherwise. But come to think about it, they're more like animals in real life. They are just as scared of me as I am of them. But they aren't as clever and they feel like they have to defend their territory. So it would be interesting to see someone actually clever. And I think we will in the full game. But for now that's what we've got. And this is another thing I want to talk about. So in one of the trailers, the main character was shown with a lot more veiny hands, so to say. And here, my hands look really human. And from this thing that was injected into my arm, I guess that my character changes throughout the game. It doesn't look like now all the time. Perhaps he starts looking more human and he progressively becomes more and more, well, like this. Like all of this world. That's another thing I want to talk about. This, let's say, building looks more, well, artificial to me. These gray things looks like metal, but the red things, well, they look alive. They look like meat. So, at first they reminded me of a short film called Junghead 1. It's on YouTube. I can really recommend it wholeheartedly to watch it. And in that short film, there was a certain monster who used really similar tentacles to basically detect anyone who walks in them, and then it knows that there's prey nearby, and then it hunts it down. But I doubt that it's the case in this game, because they already walked in them, nothing happened. So what I guess it is it's the equivalent of flora in this world. Basically grass or moss. It's definitely not supposed to be here. This place was either contaminated, infected by something, or it's really old and almost collapsing. So now that I have my little thing on the fist, I can operate this machine. First, let's put my stone in here. And then stick my hands in those nasty looking holes. And I'm given no explanation of how to operate in this machine. I just have to figure it out, and it makes me think that my character also doesn't really know what he's supposed to do or what this world is either. But on the other hand, he seems to know more about how to operate this, because I wouldn't really think of putting this thing in that hole. So maybe he's more natural with this world than we are. It's hard to say. It looks as if we're pumping a heart with the fist, and we're unlocking this thing within the thing. So it's, even though it looks like a machine of some sort, it's still organic. It's alive. Yeah, we've got the blue stone now. We can enter new rooms. Okay, you know, this room. There is one thing that we are not supposed to look at, otherwise we will die. So let's press this button and run out of it as fast as we can, because otherwise we cannot progress. Okay, run. Even being in the thing's presence is killing me. And they do not want to replay this demo again. It has no save function. Okay, here it is. Oh, god damn it. I nearly died. I didn't understand what it was the first time I was playing. I didn't understand how I died. I was very frustrated. Okay, let's pick up the pace. I really like the exploration aspect of this game. Don't have any map or anything. I have to memorize where I go, just like in real life. Okay. This door leads nowhere. And by the way, I'm sorry for the frame rate. It would be real better if I could record with my good software. But as it turned out, it makes the game crash. So I have to use the shitty one that I don't like. And it doesn't run as well. But oh well. Okay, so we've got flying creatures now. At least they aren't attacking me. Okay, that thing seems to be aggressive. Come out, please. Okay, he's dead. I think if I manage to shoot his head, I can kill it with one shot, but it's not that easy. These things are definitely weaker. Please be dead. I don't want to shoot you. Okay. Let's just all be friends for now. Centric is also kind of interesting. It's very atmospheric. It doesn't really resemble music, it's very ambient. But it has a bit of that lo-fi feel, as if in some old movie. Okay, now I can get a shotgun somewhere. Ah, that was a nice shot. I think I missed the shotguns. Well... Okay, there's a window. Let's run past it quickly. Hey, I've been here already. So, where haven't I been? Okay, this is the first room. I want to go here now. And then to the right. And then to the left. Oh, no. I'm confused. Okay, my game crashed for a moment, but I'm around the same point I was before. Well, at least I remember where the shotgun was. So let's get that. Also, I saw some comparisons with this game and 2017's Doom. And I can see where they come from. We're in this closed environment, in some hellish world. But otherwise, those games aren't similar at all. And they aren't supposed to be similar. They aren't really the same genre. So don't expect doom from this. Even though we get a shotgun. The shotgun is kind of like a living being. Its life was supported by this machine. Really know what I really like? The Crozier of the gun is kind of attached to it. So look, I pull out the gun, poof, it appears, and as I walk, the Crozier moves together with the gun. Okay, fuck you. For some reason the shotgun isn't that strong. But at least we've got a bit more firepower. Okay, he is injured. Let's leave him to his misery. That's not that nice thing to do, but I want to save my ammo. Wait a second. I don't think I can change my weapons. Just showing here that I change them with numbers, but it won't work. And it happened to me in some other game. That's strange. So I'll have to be extra careful now. I don't have as many shots with shotgun. Oh no. Ooh. Okay, this thing is really strong up close. Can I reload? I don't seem to be able to, for some reason. Well, at least the ending is not that far off. Well, got one shot. This one is friendly. And it is said that these things don't always act aggressive. So it's a matter of how we approach them, but so far it feels really scripted. They always act the same. Hopefully it will be better in full game. Okay, I know for sure that there will be enemies in this room, so I'll just run through it real quick. There's possibly more than one. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, Scorn. I really enjoyed the demo. I will definitely play the full game when it's released. The only thing I missed in this demo is more open environments. I think I saw in at least concept art that there were some huge rooms, almost abysses with bridges. And I'd really like to see more areas like these, because this makes me feel a bit claustrophobic. But I am not complaining, really. And I doubt that we'll go to surface in this game, but it was rendered in the trailer, so it is possible. It would be also interesting. I have no idea what the story is going to be like. That's what I'm the most excited about. So yeah, it looks like this is going to be a pretty fun game. then I really have to finish that Void playthrough, don't I? See you later then.